the tunnel, pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Right, 280.
53 to Mike. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
25, 25.
Give me that ball, defense. Shit.
Alert.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Right here, double count.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 31. Check 31.
I'll go special. Good touch.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
That's trash. That's trash.
Got it.
Check 6 down. Kill. It's free. Check 52.
Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
You must be dreaming.
Check 14.
Now Rashad Penny. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. Third down now to follow.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Green 80.
Mike's by 4. Hey, let's get that home.
Friday.
54 is Mike. Check. Walk 54. Let's go. It's our time. Mike's 50.
On third down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. With it is Jackson. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
40, 82, 40.
Check, 55 for Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch 17.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Protein spill.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. From midfield, here's Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
For the field goal, a 63-yard attempt.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Check 50, check 50. Check 4, check 4.
Penny, the first down carry, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Bang out. Bam.
On second down, here's Penny. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
36.
Let's go double count right here, double count. Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Mike,
Look left.
3, Mike.
Wilson now to throw on third down. He hits his running back, Procise. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. C.J. Procise, 37 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Two jet.
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. No.
Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's Carson. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Let's go.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
Sean. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Check Mike.
Good job right there.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Green 80!
Check, check. Watch 54.
Alert, 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 alert!
Is this warm-up?
Go!
Motion, motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. On track. 54. Mike 54.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return, Jackson. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go. 180!
54 Mike. Watch the run.
Hey, Rip 5-2, on here.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Alshon Jeffrey, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to
Throwing now is Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Mike, go. 280.
55. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mike, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got one.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4-2 kill.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. To throw, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
61, matchbox light.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Third and 3.
Go. 120.
Hey, we got to get this stop here.
Grade 15. Grade 15.
55. Mike, 55. Oh, yeah.
Throwing is Wentz. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Here's Wentz to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got room. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I kind of chuckled to myself a little bit when I remember Darren Sproles coming out of college. I remember one scout saying, yeah, but what are you going to do with him in the pass game? Quarterback can't find him downfield because he's only 5'6". Well, on that screen pass, they found him pretty well. And his balance is unsurpassed. He's so strong, he can take hits and stay on his feet.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Wentz now to throw. Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Eagles have taken the lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This is Carson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Come on, D. Shit.
Hey, guys, listen.
Check.
Smart, Dad.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On second down and 4. Wilson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Right here.
On third down, Wilson rolling to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Single. Watch the safety creep. Watch twist. Hey, stand.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Go. 180!
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wentz. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw is Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The tally there, minus 8 yards. Leads to 4th down as well. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now it's Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Good.
Motion, motion, motion. Check 99. Check 99.
Front left, front left.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. 49.
Friday.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Dixon. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check.
54. Let's put them on the buses.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Wilson to throw. And he's got Lockett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike.
Good touch.
Throwing now is Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. This is caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 32 yards, and the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35.
SOS. Kill. Hey, empty.
To throw is Wentz. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. He's back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third.
81.
Back to throw. Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Blair, second-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Fight. Grenade.
Check line 54. Line 54.
Hey, here we go.
Today's final score, Seahawks.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.